There we go. All right, so we are beginning today, and having just made it past a river of lava, after completing a deal and promising to drop off a certain item later when they hopefully make it back to the mainland of Wildmount, um, our amazing adventurers have decided to get on the trail of some giants who they had had some dealings with, who were surprised by, but are now trying to get the upper hand and seeing what they can do. Um, Employed by the diarchy of Utherdern to just see what this maybe arming up is about, if it's war, if it's just making a better nation, exactly what their intentions are. Um, they are joined by their friend Sven, uh, who they found wandering the wastes, seemingly unencumbered by the cold, and agreed to help him kill a few people who he says killed him and his family some years ago. Um, as you're setting out, I believe everyone had a long rest after the lava pool of craziness. Um, yeah, you guys did. You had your long rest, and waking up, there is you're kind of getting your breakfast together. A few of you are going over some spell components, getting your brain in game zone, basically, ready to go out to the next thing. Some of you are doing your calisthenics and you're practicing your sword movements, getting limbered up, all that going on. And there is this kind of sucking sound of air, and a pop, about two, and you look and you can see the source of this. And about 200 feet away, you see two figures that have just, they weren't there a few seconds ago, and now they're there. You watch, there's a brief conversation, a quick hug, and one of the figures vanishes, leaving only one that begins their way towards your encampment. What would you like to do?
I detect an intelligent life form.
I think our standards are pretty low.
Wow.
Just joking. Gathok will stand up and get his great axe ready.
I'd like to have my invisible familiar go behind them, and then in my voice ask, "Who are you?"
Oh man, that's so hard.
All right. Hey, Creed, just be careful a little bit. Some of us have headphones.
My apologies.
Just I love it. Just a little, like 1 decibel is all I'm asking. One negative one. Very cool. Yeah. Describe your. I would say this point's probably about 50 feet away, so you guys can clearly see. Paula, please describe your character and their response.
She is a female elf, red hair, very pale, green eyes, dressed like most elves would, like preppy, even with the big furs. And I think she's gonna go, "All right, little man, put the axe down. I'm not here to hurt. I'm here to help."
Not with words like that. So rude.
You have an axe pointed at me. I'm the one that's rude.
You know how many times I've been attacked since coming out here?
You are about twice my size. Do I really look like I could harm you?
It's not about whether it looks like you could. It's about we're out here where literally everything can harm you no matter how it looks.
Then you should be happy for the help.
Well, I don't know who you are,
I'm
and the
Baja.
first thing you said was an insult.
Fair enough. I'm Baja, and I'm here
Nice
to
to
help.
meet you, Baja.
Hello there, new friend.
Hello. I'm tangled in my wires. Hold on. Okay. As I understand it, you boys are down a few members. Am I right?
That may or may not be the case.
Mm-hmm. I'm also to understand that you're the ones who delivered the cure,
Yes.
that I'm in the right place. I'm here to aid for a short time.
Good. We could really use it.
All right. So it's the morning. You guys have arrived and seen each other. I think so. There's this conversation between Gothic and Creed. What's American doing while this is happening?
He's sitting eating his breakfast, just looking back and forth like watching a tennis match as they spar verbally.
Yeah, please don't make me spar with him for real. I will die.
Can I do an insight check on what she said?
Yeah, please do.
14.
14. Generally, how straightforward is Baja being? Or Baja being?
About as straightforward as she usually is. About 80% truth, 20% lie.
Okay. Yeah, I think you get that feel. Like the mostly truthful, not revealing everything.
So I look around at the other two and say, I like those odds. I get it's about 80% factual. Up here, that's got to be really high.
You know, I'd believe that.
I would say pretty much anywhere that's pretty high.
I mean, I don't know why there's a need to lie.
Oh, you have not traveled much, have you?
No, I really have, and I was even a slave at one point. So the whole like world experience, like you don't know the darkness, like yeah. Unfortunately.
Let's just say sometimes withholding all the truth is a good way to go.
I feel like that's the bad way to go though.
Depends how much you want your enemies to know.
Let's just agree that there are both ways to go. And in saying that, how about let's go?
Yes, we
Lead the
have
way.
Love it.
things to track down, people to see.
And things to kill.
Well, our next stop is death and death, so I'm not sure that you want to kill death, but sure. Try.
Well, it would be very interesting to try.
All right. So if you're trying to figure out where exactly the next piece of this is, go ahead and someone can lead a survival check, navigation, or two people can. One can roll with advantage, however you want to do that.
I'll give them guidance.
Ooh, guidance is good. Advantage would be supreme.
Yep. Go ahead.
So
Sweet.
who's...
I will do survival
Okay.
with advantage, and guidance is a D4.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna really need that D4. It's gonna be bad no matter what, but 12, and
12.
thankfully I had advantage because the first one was a natural one, and the second one was a 3. Off to a great start.
Might as well get them out early.
Yeah, get all the negative numbers done. Let's do it.
So with a 12, it takes you the majority of the day as you're making your way across these plains, like kind of these white snow plains. Go ahead and I'll take a group stealth check for this.
Are we trying to go sneaky, sneaky?
I'll say generally. This is just more. Well, because this wouldn't be passed without a trace because this is over 16 hours,
Yeah.
anything like that.
That's fine.
So, hey, Josh,
How are you?
good.
Why, hello.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. I was on the wrong screen.
Very cool. Hey, Josh,
My
I saw your
familiar-
tag there. Do you DM at all?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very fun. Do you do that at a StreamYard then?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, after seeing you use it, I really like the system.
Oh, very cool. Is that on Start Playing or some other thing?
It's just a home session I'm doing right now.
Okay, very cool.
Nice.
Well,
I am not stealthy today.
All right, what's the we're doing a quick group stealth check and then I'll catch you up.
Do we have
Okay.
anyone who's at disadvantage on stealth?
I am.
Okay. I will give you Blessing of the Trickster,
Sweet.
which
So that would
will
just-
just make it a straight roll for you then.
My
Perfect.
familiar is stealthier than I.
Your familiar is probably stealthier than me right now. I rolled a 12.
Strong got 14.
I'm at 15.
15.
24.
Nice. What is Baja get?
I said 12.
Thank you. And Creed was what?
Not including the familiar, I got a 6.
Oh,
Okay.
we are not stealthy today.
All right. You with American there, you beat the threshold, so you're good. Which a lot of times on group stealth checks, just so you all know, a lot of times what I'll do is an additional added number. So I'll pick like this is a 40 or a 70 or whatever, and it's just everyone's roll together. And the idea there is if you have a really, really stealthy person like American, they're like instructing people where to step when they roll really, really high, right? So it's just as a note.
Yeah, I was making sure Blessing of the Trickster would make it a straight roll for him.
Yep. 100%. So it's interesting. You come up and it's just, I would say it's just about sunset. So this is, if you imagine, you're coming up this plane and weirdly it starts to go up and you're climbing up and up and up. And then you begin to look, and it's weird because you couldn't see this ridge before. And then you start to come up the snowy ridge and you look down. And in this low area, you see like an excavated site. There's a few runes coming up. You see there's a few tunnels that seem to dig down. And I would say, who would like to do perception for this? I can have two people or one with advantage do perception check.
I can do a perception check.
I'm happy to assist.
I'm happy to give guidance.
Never let Creed do a perception check.
So you want me to do it with advantage and add a D4?
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. That would be a 28.
Okay.
Nice.
With a natural 20.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice.
All right, American. This is what I'd give you on that. There are about, so there's 7 excavated entrances. One looks slightly bigger and more supported and a little bit more well used than others. The other 6 are just in various states. And 3 of the 6 have like equipment that looks like they've been used. You're not sure exactly how long because you're not right up there. You have to be more investigation, but the other three do not. And the bigger one kind of looks like maybe it goes in a little bit, so it doesn't drop straight down. You see, like, from what you can tell here, it's sort of interesting. What you're seeing is outcroppings of like what looks like either like a heavy stone or metal, and it's like sides of buildings. And you start to get the picture with this perception check that you're actually seeing like a piece of building, or like big structure that landed at an angle down in. So it didn't land flat, and so there's where there would be flat floors, it's going to be slanted, is what you're starting to get in your head, from this, and this huge piece of what you're assuming to be AR.
Okay. So
And, right,
I'll read
and then as the last thing that you get out of that is just to the right, where it seems like it's been. It catches you at first because there's like there's recently moved rocks and chipped ice, and everything has looked fairly active. There's no one there right now, but it all looks like stuff that's been excavated, been moved around. And then to the right, it's kind of weird. It's smooth. And you see some rocks, and then it's weird. It almost gives a sense of like a repeating pattern that you get with that perception check. And as you kind of look more closely, you see like the wind blows, and there's like a spurt of ice and snow gets kicked up from the ridge, and it blows around. And as it goes, you see that it doesn't get stopped by some of the rock and ice outcroppings. It just kind of passes through them.
Okay, so I'll relay that, but I'll do so not at a normal talking, since we're trying to be stealthy. So I'm trying to kind of keep my voice down,
Yeah.
and explain all that. Looks like a recent active excavation site, and I'll point out the different entrances, and then also the weird effect of the snow passing through some of the outcroppings.
And he
So I get
I'm
a
sorry.
sense. I'm sorry. So do I get a sense that the snow or the ice and wind that's passing through, does it kind of give it an illusionary effect? An illusory effect?
Yeah, you feel like there's some type of illusion on the ground to the right side of most of the holes.
Could Shauna roll an investigation to see what it's coming from?
How is Shauna going to investigate?
Well,
Like-
off of what Wilzer said.
He's dead.
I mean, not Wilzer, but Mirkan. My
All
bad.
right, Pete.
The sadness.
Rest in peace.
Bad.
Off of what Mirkan had noticed and everything, like she wanted to investigate like the walls and all that.
Did Mirakan point that out to the rest of the group?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I relayed that information.
Does it seem similar to what the Giants have been using?
Make an Arcana check.
I could do that too. So-
Sure, can
Yeah.
Guidance.
do we want to make that independently, or do we want to do some
assist
combo
you.
action?
What's this?
You do it. You should.
Okay.
You're the expert in the Arcana.
I'll help.
I'm already helping.
So far,
Yeah,
all
I'll
Bosch is
double
doing is
help.
running around patting you on the back like, you got this, guidance.
So 20 altogether, 30, 20.
Nice.
So what was it? Sorry.
A dirty 20 for Arcana.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Josh, I don't know if there's anything you can do, but you've got a lot of background noise on your mic when you're talking.
Okay.
If that's
sorry.
if that's how it is, that's fine. But just so you know and aware. So, and I apologize if that makes me talk really loud, everybody. There we go. Thank you. Was that a 2025 again?
That was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Thank you. So the dirty 20. I would say this looks like almost an effect of kind of like major image, but sustained by something linked to some type of power source, probably to keep it up. And I think does it feel similar? I think as you look through it, it's one of these things that's not really. I think as you get a sense of it and you're just looking at how it's constructed, even given the thing of like sometimes it repeats, it has this sort of. It has all the hallmarks of runic magic. It tends to be able to do more powerful / permanent effects, but tends to be a little bit less nuanced than pure arcane, like what you're trained in.
I'll explain that to Garthok. I figured he might know a little bit about it.
I think there's a good chance that this could be are not friends. Are not friends.
So, how are we going to check that out?
Well, I mean, we kind of know the radius, we kind of know the area. Maybe we can send a familiar above it or through it.
You also said it was only on the one side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can always go in on the other side.
Well, it's just getting. I don't know about getting around to that side. You know.
Yeah, so things you're not sure of is if anyone's inside of that looking out or those
Right.
sectors. Is probably what everyone's concern is.
Yep. So I think that maybe sending a familiar is the safest and best bet.
I will send mine.
All right.
Has it been an hour since we first did our stealth check?
Yeah.
Okay, then whichever familiar's going, I'll give it Blessing of the Trickster. So advantage on stealth rolls.
All right. So that's your flying monkey, Shauna?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so making a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, an 8.
I'm going to facepalm, and then I'm going to have my familiar cast invisibility on the two of them.
Yeah, that would have been the funny part.
So now both their familiar, my familiar, and the wizard are invisible.
So Creed, for this to save the day, I need a straight up initiative roll.
I could use
Oh,
my
no.
shift.
It's up to you what you want to do here. I would say like this is going to be initiative between the familiar and Creed.
Let's see how well the other familiar rolls.
Guidance, help on
You've used your guidance on the familiar stealth
yeah,
check.
that's right. No, I used Blessing of the Trickster.
Right, so that was your action to.
Okay.
So I'll roll one more time.
So what's the initiative of the flying monkey?
10.
Yeah, I got a 4. Creed's just like, oh no, and just face palming. They can't react because they're astounded. It's like, why
All
did you
right.
send a monkey to do this?
Sean, are you doing anything?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'll cast my probably thing and try to change it.
Okay. You're trying to change the monkey's stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's worse.
You have to take it, right?
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
6.
Okay.
Creed's just curled up into a ball at this point.
My dice hit me right there.
Yeah. So I think what Shauna sees this monkey flying out, and some snow gets up into its eyes as it enters this illusion, and it's like, and it kind of goes "Rah!" as it just wipes its eyes out, and you're like, oh no, and you reverse time
And make it worse.
to let it happen. And this time it goes through, it sees the icing coming and goes up, but what it didn't see was right after the ice coming, there's like a more of like a huge like snow drift that got blown up and covers it, makes it fall, and it screams all the way down into the illusion, and you hear it plop like moving metal things around as it lands on the ground, but you don't see it because you just hear this ding 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 ding.
And she just face palms.
If nothing else, we've caused a distraction.
Yeah. Right side.
What's the AC of your familiar there?
12.
12.
That
Okay.
monkey did.
It's
Could
got
I
like-
change?
It's got 1 or 2 HP, right?
That's 3 HP.
3 HP.
I know what spell I'm switching to.
Yeah, you feel the connection to your familiar go away.
Yep. I'm gonna be testing new one tonight.
As I think, I'll say Shauna, you make a perception check for this. Shauna and Creed, because you both were kind of in this moment.
That's better. 30-20.
Okay. You hear like the snapping of teeth and like a crackling of energy just before you lose connection to your familiar.
Guys, I think I let something know that we're here.
Are they heading closer to the exit? I got a 17.
You don't see anything. You just see so with your was more hearing.
Yeah.
And so I would say with the 17, you're not necessarily hearing them move around. You just
All right.
kind of heard them react. I will give you that you do hear like kind of, it's weird, like kind of like right as the monkey landed, or what you think landed, and there was the snap, there was kind of this really dull sound like boom, and that was it. I'm yelling probably again, I'm sorry.
How
Actually, let me ask everybody, when I yell because of that, is it helpful because I come through it, or does it come off really, really loud?
It kind of just comes off really, really loud.
Okay, thank you. I'll try to ignore that. It's really hard though.
how
No
far
worries.
away are we from this?
From what?
From the magic.
From the magic, you're about 50 feet.
You want to try and lure them out?
Well, I can try to dispel it. but I don't know how powerful it is.
I have a backup plan for if that doesn't work.
Okay.
What if I prepare spike growth?
You prepare it. I'll dispel it. Well,
All right.
I'll try. Oh.
So I'll be prepared to cast that
Do I
once
have-
the spell goes through.
Do I have to roll anything
not.
or just cast it?
This is
It's a 3rd level dispel. That's all I got.
You can see what I'm going for, though, right?
Yeah.
No, I would say that you let out your dispel magic, and there's this wave of energy, and you hear like a loud. It's like a pop sound. It's almost like a mini sonic boom, like a lightning strike. Yeah, and as you do this, and what you reveal, it's interesting. You now see about 8 enormous tents that have been erected up. There is a large bonfire in the center of them. They're all arranged in a circle. The fire is this blue and white flame. Looking similar to the fire, you see a number of forms that are walking on all fours, kind of stalking around and looking out, in like kind of a canine shape. There is a kind of a large. Let's say it's kind of small for what it is. Actually, it's 7 feet tall, and it's this obelisk that looks like it's been carved out of ice, and it has the same rune on every side, and it has a slight float to it, and you can see from your spell that it looks like it's slowly feeding back on itself as whatever it was you're assuming. This is with some of the other checks that you guys have done throughout all this, so you're all kind of taking this in. I'm just kind of taking your other check numbers. You're seeing that without the spell that it was probably sustaining, it's beginning to not know what to do.
Suckers. Sorry.
And I would say that, yeah, I think that's mostly what you're coming up with here for what you can see from this distance.
Well, at least we know what we got.
Can we tell if we've been spotted?
I mean, I would say it looks like these wolf-like things are on high alert.
I just broke their little magic toy. I think they know we're here.
Like they're looking around.
Just gonna lay down in the snow as low as I can get.
Same.
Do I get the sense that thing is gonna recharge?
For that, I'll need an Arcana check.
Okay. I can do that. I'm gonna guidance myself too because my Arcana is not that great.
I'd like to use telepathy to ask Garthok.
I've got
Dude.
no idea.
You think they are going to attack us? Nod or shake your head.
Creed, help me out. Why are you talking like this?
trio of voices.
Oh, because you're doing that. Okay, I was trying to get the visual of what you're doing. So everyone's hearing 3 different voices saying each word. Like describe what it actually sounds like, so we get a picture of this.
Oh no.
You say a word and I'll repeat it right after you, okay? And then you say it again.
That
That
sounds pretty good.
sounds pretty good.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see what you're
Just
saying.
add one more voice. It's like row, row, row your boat chorus.
No, that's fine. Never mind. What? Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
So we've only seen the wolves. We haven't seen any humanoids.
Not that you can see.
Creed, would that spell and trap all of them or just like a small section of them?
How big is the entrance?
The biggest entrance is about probably 10 feet around.
How far away are they?
50 feet.
I mean, if you're asking about the tent entrances are much bigger than that. But
The wolf-like creatures.
so there's no entrance to the wolf-like creatures. This is just a camp, it's like open, and they're around
Gotcha.
this area. So there's no entrance to speak of.
Okay,
But
that's
so you're probably 50 feet away from the edge of the camp. The camp goes like probably another 20 feet around.
Mm.
Actually, larger than that. The camp really goes probably another 60 feet after that.
And the tents are are enormous.
And Gothic, you clearly recognize these as frost giant tents. It has all the accoutrement of of that.
The one well-used entrance, is it large enough for the frost giants to move through?
Well, I've given you how tall it is. You can
I didn't-
probably. So
I
I
didn't hear that.
I had said like almost 10 feet. You can.
Oh, okay.
Gothic can probably help you on that.
Yeah. I can do it from what we've seen.
I mean, what I'm saying is the two of you could probably have that conversation.
So Gothic, does this look like we found the giants?
Sam, you there?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I
Okay.
didn't even realize. Yeah, Gothic would be like, yes, I want to say yes. I don't know if they're here. I don't know if they're exploring. I don't know if they've seen us. They probably have seen us.
The main
Right.
entrance, so I'll point over to the main entrance. So I'm going to try to get over there and see what we find, or what do you think?
Yeah, I do think that we should take a look. I don't know if we can do it quietly. Maybe we can get some assistance magically or something.
Yeah, what I will say is, Gothic, you look at the entrance, and it seems like it would be pretty difficult for most frost giants to get through that. You're not sure of what, if it opens up past that or if it gets smaller, but it's undersized.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm not super sure. I mean, realistically, not too many frost giants I know could fit through there, but that's not to say that they didn't bring individuals with them, or that they don't use some sort of magic to get smaller.
Like you.
No, I get bigger. But yeah, the opposite.
That didn't happen last time.
I think he's referring to Shana spell.
Yeah, I think so.
Where we made the teeny
Gothic was
Gothic.
knocked out for that.
Oh, that's
So
right.
Gothic didn't know.
He woke up like that too.
Yeah, you did wake up for that.
No,
Well,
that's right.
I can't give you I can't brain cell not working. I can't give you a straight roll, but I can give everyone a little bit of advantage on stealth if that's what we want to do. If we want to try to get past these wolves.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
And what time in the day is it?
So it is. So this is actually, you guys have just made a full day's trek. This is what you saw as the sun was setting, and now, like, I would say the sun is set now. So you are on the you've just made a full day travel. So if you want to go forward, you're going to be pushing into exhaustion levels.
Yeah, we should wait for tomorrow anyways. They'll be more vigilant at night. So I don't think it's worthwhile to try our luck.
I agree. So I look around. Do I see anywhere where we could possibly hole up to wait out the night?
Yeah, where are you looking to do? Because I think certainly you have this idea that you've disturbed the camp, and whatever that may entail. So how far are you thinking you're going to try to get in order? Like, how close do you want to be, or how far do you want to be?
What do you mean?
To this site. Like, I mean, I guess I'm saying is that your sense would probably say, like, okay, if they don't know now, they're going to know by the time we finish a long rest that something has occurred. So when you're looking for a place, are you looking for something that's very close to the site, like within 100 to 200 feet? Do you want to go a mile out, 2 miles out? Like, where do you want to put your time here?
1,000 feet.
Okay. Sounds good. So you move out fairly far in the night. Go ahead and make a survival. We need someone to lead. Who's leading the search?
I mean, I'm not proficient in survival.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a few checks. So but if it's Mirakin, so Mirakin and Baja are the two that are really going to try to find this.
Okay.
Is that what I'm hearing? So Mirakin, go ahead and make your survival check.
With advantage and guidance. That's
Yep.
what I'm useful for.
Oh, okay. So there's one. Here's the second one. So the second one was a 13 plus a D4. Hold on. 13 plus 1 for a 14.
Nice. So I would say with the 14, this is what I will give you. You can find something that is going to be, will be enough to keep the elements away, but not going to hide you very well. Or you can find something that's going to do both, but you're going to, because it's going to take a long time to find the second thing, you'll have to make rolls because it took a little bit of time. It's going to be, well, I'm sorry, take that back. It'll just take a few more hours and you can sleep it off, but no one will be able to regain a level of exhaustion. Like if you have one, you'll just keep it. But you feel like you'll be fairly out of sight.
So I'll relay that. Hey, we have this spot. Not sure how well
Yeah.
hidden will be, but
Yeah, I'm going to say for this is really you and Baja. So like you two have kind of led the search, and you're kind of a little bit ahead of the group doing this. So it's probably the two of you figuring out what you want to do here.
okay. Same statement to Baja. What do you think? You think we should?
I think hidden's probably the best bet because it's no good to us to get a night's sleep if we're going to get attacked in the middle of the night.
So we'll move them on a little further out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get protection from both. The giants, unfortunately, are not the only thing that creeps out here.
Yeah. So this takes a good 3 hours trying to find the better spot, and when you do find something, it's interesting. It almost looks like a path that something you fought that burrows through ice had taken at some point. But it's partially caved in, but is enough to where you're actually underneath ground level. So it's very protected from wind and all that type of stuff. And anyone like kind of looking across the flat expanse isn't going to see you. But having a fire is not going to be a smart idea. So everyone can rejoin, and you are making camp.
Time to huddle for warmth.
Pretty much.
And that's what we do.
All right, good for everybody.
Sean wants to cast Find Familiar before they go to sleep.
What'd you say?
I want to cast Find Familiar.
Okay, before you go to sleep, yeah, ritually cast it. Do you have the incense on you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So I'll mark that up.
Perfect.
Touch your button, but
Yeah,
no.
perfect. So,
No.
your flying monkey comes back to you. There's a little bit of smoke that goes out. Yeah, Shauna, give me a stealth check because you're letting out a bunch of smoke into the air here.
At the middle of night?
On a flat
11.
plane? Yeah.
What'd you get, Shauna?
11.
11. Okay. All right. So is everyone just go? How are we doing this? Anyone doing watches or?
I'll take a watch.
I'll take a watch.
Okay.
My familiar and I will help take a watch.
I can also take a watch.
Okay. So first watch, Baja, why don't you make a perception
I
check?
was about to say I'll take the first one because I think I'm the least. I don't have exhaustion like everyone else.
And so do you have dark vision?
No, but I got a natural 20
Okay.
for 24.
Well, so you're at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have dark vision.
If you're an elf, you should.
Doesn't matter. I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Sweet.
That
That's
is
one way to do it.
Never gonna happen again, guys.
Wow. 1 in 400. That's pretty good. So yeah. You look out and let's see, you're about 1,000 feet. So you do see very large, enormous shapes, humanoid, kind of, looking horned, kind of searching the area, making rounds around the entire excavation site.
Yeah, they're probably really mad about that crystal.
They probably come out as far as about 500 feet before they tend to kind of circle back in. It's kind of their search pattern,
Right.
if you will.
I'm learning so much about giants right now.
as it starts to happen, and I think you even see a shift change just as you pass that out. Gothak, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. Who's taking second watch?
Gothak will
Guidance,
take-
whoever it is.
Okay.
Before I go to bed.
So I'll give you no, Gothic, do you have night vision?
Nope.
No? Okay. So I'm gonna give you a straight roll because Baja is pointing some of this out, I'm assuming, letting you know what's going on. So you can go ahead and make a straight perception check.
Okay, and then the guidance. Dirty 20 again.
Nice.
So the guidance.
Yeah, so I'll let this build. So Baja saw that, and I think with your history, you're recognizing this is like a night watch. They're probably resting from whatever it is they are doing, just kind of the patterns of it. Kind of doing a lot what you're looking at, though they are trying to find and search. And I think you even see, I think you notice that at times there's a few of them and they're holding their axes out, and you see the topography, like the ice that's on the ground, begin to shift a little bit. You see a little bit, it's just so slight, but it moves up as they are swinging their axes around as though it's reacting to their weapons.
Okay.
So I think you get that after building off of this, but nothing seems to be getting close. But as you do look around, and you kind of look at your compatriots, well, actually, we'll save this. And who's the next person with the watch?
I'll take it.
It's American. Go ahead and make a perception check. I'm going to actually give you advantage because you do have dark vision, and you've been given a lot of these clues from everybody.
25.
Nice. With the 25, you're getting all of this. I'm just getting a little bit closer to dawn, and you're getting, I think you have the sense, even looking off, that there's like morning preparations beginning. There's a little bit of like arcane energy color floating above the camp that starts as though something is starting up. And just as like just a little bit of light is kind of creeping in, reflecting off of some of the ice crystals in. And you're the only one who's really spent time looking around this area that has dark vision, like hours, right? You see behind probably about 7 inches of ice is this 2 foot tall, like 18-inch around kind of spherical egg.
Mm. And it's embedded in the ice.
About 6 inches, yeah.
So I'll guess I'll move over closer to it and kind of investigate it, see if there's any way I can, or how I'm gonna attempt to try to pry this out of the ice.
Yeah, I would say, what tool preferences do you have?
I mean, I got my thieves' tools, poisoner kit. That's about it.
Okay. Then I'll say that you can do a straight up investigation check just to see if there's a way you can do this.
21.
Nice. I'd say by the end of your watch, you've taken your daggers, you've taken some of your other weapons and kind of lightly kind of chipped away, used some leverage. And what you found is once you got a few inches in, it was almost like there was this film that was preventing the ice from sticking to the egg entirely. And so it kind of peeled off with a little bit of like strings of residue, just kind of as you unveiled this thing. And you have this egg, and it's kind of interesting. At first you pull on it thinking you're going to pull some of the ice crystals off of it, but you actually see that they're part of the egg itself. This egg has like protrusions of ice, that at least things that look like ice, maybe some type of camouflage, and natural camouflage, and you kind of pull. You have this little spiky. You have to kind of be a little careful, like it would cut you if you're not possibly meant to injure the mouths of anything that would feed on it. But you have.
All right. Look what I found.
Now I'd say all of you kind of come to consciousness as you get all of you get the benefits of a long rest. So the day is yours.
Is there a shield that needs still down? Their mirage imagery, whatever it is.
You can't tell from this distance.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I said it was kind of in a valley, so you guys
We walked back.
you got down, and so you could only see the top, and it's really hard to tell from that.
Okay.
Do we want to attempt to communicate with them?
No.
So, it looks like they're getting ready to do a day's work or excavate or something like that. Is that what I saw?
Yeah, you saw morning preparations.
Okay.
With the barrier being down throughout the night, did we get an idea of how many there might be?
I saw at least one shift change.
Yeah, so I would say
In the morning preparations?
you saw a few shift changes. Every time you saw it was probably about 3 giants, because you could tell that. As far as the morning preparations, you can't see into the camp because they're behind a big wall, essentially, of ice, and you're down below at this point. All you really see is like a little bit of dust coming off. You see some arcane energy that's coming up and reflecting off. You're not seeing them.
Okay. So I think that we have a couple of options. I think that they might be trying to excavate so that way they can make a hole big enough for themselves. So we might be able to go in there on their behalf. We could wait until they start trying to do something and then sneak into the camp. I mean, it's up to y'all.
Okay, well, what do y'all want me to do with this egg I found?
Yeah, what? Yeah, let's discuss the giant elephant in the room, i.e. the egg. What?
You want to eat it?
No, where did you find a giant egg?
Did you lay it?
I don't feel like I did. But that's just my feeling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Sana, if you miss it, by the way, we leveled to 5 at the beginning.
however, just during the watch, I happened to find this in the wall, embedded in the ice. So,
Do we have any idea what kind of egg you just dug out of the ice? Like, is it going to hatch and kill us?
I mean, Baja, you can make a nature check.
I'm guidancing myself. I don't have good nature. Yeah, let me roll a d4, right? It's a d4, yeah. That's a 14.
A 14, I think that you're not sure what precisely it is, but you do make out the general species of this is definitely from the draconic family.
Yeah,
But
let's
that's a very wide family.
a wide family, and a lot of them kill us. You found a draconic egg. Congratulations, you're gonna be a daddy.
I can translate for you.
Yeah, that's all I got for you.
I'm going to sing draconic lullabies to the egg.
Make a performance check.
Let's go. Oh, come on. Guidance, please.
Yeah, guidance.
Oh my God.
10.
Oh dear God! At least we're getting all the bad rolls out before any combat, right?
Yeah, I think you're trying that 3-part harmony. You're not pulling it off.
I haven't had enough
Can I
time to
just
become a
put my
trifecta.
hand across his mouth and just be like,
Yeah, you're like, stop. All right. What do you want to do?
You know, I do remember that we do have a sending stone from the buyer. So maybe we should just let the buyer know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, so I'll take out the sending stone.
All right. So you have 25 words.
Yep. I'll say, found giants at ruin. Looks like excavation ? Orders.
I was like 8.
Yeah, it responds. We need specifics of precisely what they're looking for and what their goal is with what they find.
Guess we're going in.
Yep. Guess we're going in. All right, so group, we've been tasked with getting more detailed information. Do we want to risk outing ourselves immediately and offering to be their small people to go inside? Or do we risk sneaking in and getting caught and still probably being forced to be their small people and go inside?
I feel like we're pretty bad at our stealth game.
Some of us are.
I can help with that, but
Me too.
I clank.
well, like I said, I can help with that, but either way, we're gonna have to fight them, because if we go in as their small people and come out and not give them what they need, we're gonna have to fight our way out, or we could get caught and have to fight our way in. So
What if we attempted to sneak into the tents and see if there's any information to what's happening at this site?
we could try that too.
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't try that.
I mean, it's
taking on, possibly 9+ frost giants.
I can cast invisibility on 2 people.
I can cast Pass Without a Trace and give you a straight roll for your stealth.
So, Shauna, if it's you and me, we can basically cover the group
Yeah,
with invisibility.
yeah, we could.
All right, so do we want to try sneaking in?
Do we need, if we're invisible, do we still make stealth rolls?
With advantage.
So if he's got, okay, he's disadvantaged, so that would put him in a straight roll. If I did Blessing on the Trickster on him, then he'd get advantage?
No. Advantage and disadvantage, like, so disadvantage does not stack, neither does advantage.
Okay.
You
Didn't
could give
know.
him guidance, though.
I could give him guidance, or I could get us all Pass Without a Trace.
Oh,
and then
right.
get Advantage
Pass
and
without
plus
trace
10.
is better. Pass
We'd have
without trace
if we're
is
all
definitely.
invisible, then we have advantage plus 10.
Yeah, so timing wise, this is because we're all a little new. You're going to want to cast Pass Without a Trace before invisibility,
Right.
so that casting Pass
Okay.
Without a Trace doesn't break invisibility.
Right. Okay. That works for me. I will
All right,
give
so
everyone the Pass Without a Trace.
Do we look at the site that we saw yesterday or the night before? Did we identify any of the tents that stood out more than others, or were they all the same?
Yeah, so I think you noticed that there was a more central tent that was bigger. That seemed to also have a little bit more accoutrement. So kind of a main, like probably a main command tent or planning tent. Looks like maybe it was made to house a few people, like for meetings and such. Would be some likely deductions you would make.
So maybe we could head towards that tent and see what happens.
Sounds good
Okay.
to me.
So I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
I'll cast invisibility on Gothak and Mirakan.
I will cast invisibility on me and Baja.
I'll then hide in my ring and have my familiar pick up the ring and turn invisible. And then from that point on, I'm just gonna have him hide on somebody.
All right.
Let's say Baja.
Shauna, you mean you're casting invisibility on you and Baja?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Pass Without a Trace can go on his familiar, by the way. So he's got it.
Yep.
And then your familiar has your ring, Creed.
Yeah, and then
And
they
it's
turn
invisible.
invisible.
And is sitting on me.
And then I'm gonna use my action to just look and see through their eyes. Because why not? Hey, now I can actually be people's conscience.
Oh, God.
I can whisper sweet nothings into their ear.
All right. So it's only 1,000 feet. So it takes you, it's going to take you the first 30 minutes here to get to kind of where the camp is.
Then we have a half an hour with the stealth still.
Yeah,
With the plus 10.
So this is going to be the approach. So give me a group stealth check with advantage plus 10, though Gothic, you're straight roll because of your disadvantage.
27.
Okay.
Uh, 25.
34.
Holy crap, you are really invisible.
My familiar got 31.
Nice. All right. I would say you all get up there. And I'll even give you get like right down into the valley itself that's been formed here. So kind of up the plateau, down into the valley. And you're there. You've got the 6 entrances. You've got the camp. Though I would say you see that the illusion has been put back up. So you see the illusory area again.
Okay, let's just head in.
Head to the big one.
Yep.
Well, so what I'll say is you guys would know this. This operates probably a little differently than you would see. So as you go, if you get in the radius of the illusion, you don't see past the illusion.
Mm-hmm.
So we might want to just sneak right into the entrance.
Yeah, let's not risk fate.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to dispel it again if you want, but I'm just saying that,
But
like,
that would break the invisibility
on one of you, yeah.
on me. I'm squishy.
Okay, so y'all want to head into the
Yeah.
large entrance?
We'll deal with the repercussions of our actions later.
Exactly. Or maybe we won't. We'll do the same thing to get out.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, maybe we can figure out what they're after.
Yeah.
Um,
Or we just steal everything that's of value in this place.
All right, give me group perception checks.
perception.
Lordy. Who needs guidance? I'll give it to you.
I do.
Okay,
Got
there
that.
you go. Find perception on it. I'm clicking it right now.
17.
18 for American.
Lady Luck does not like me today.
10.
I got a nat 1 for a total of 4.
Sorry, my hair must have been in your way.
12.
Wow. All right.
My hair was in your way, and Creed being my conscious was confusing me. That's my rule on it.
I agree with that.
So I'm going to say, American, what did you get again?
18.
18. That's what I thought. American, as you enter, I would say there's a few things that you particularly pick up on. I think with an 18, I'll give you two things. You guys move now. There's no light sources here, so you move in about 60 feet into darkness. I'm just going to give you 3. American, you do see that after about 60 feet, there is a larger hole, and nothing past it, as there's ropes that are looks like have been put down like a while ago. You're not sure how sturdy they are, but I mean, maybe a year or two been there. The pitons that hold them have been covered in ice. But the other 2 you get is you're sort of deep in, and you're feeling. You pick up that the wind was blowing away from the entrance as you came in, but you're like, so I kind of passed it like in your face as you were entering, and then as you got into the entrance, what you're picking up is that the wind seems to be coming in at your back. The other thing you see is the ice here, as all of you went in, kind of in a straight, like not a perfectly straight line, but like in a winding path, is more slipperier. The rest is like jagged and has been formed over the course of time, like to be extremely jagged. This seems to have given the impression of like an icicle that's melted and refrozen recently. And it's just kind of this path of super slick ice. It kind of has this like gently back and forth pattern to it.
Okay. So, and we've moved inside the entrance. We don't see anyone around, right? I don't see anybody around.
You do not. You're about 60 feet in.
Okay. So I'll quietly say, be careful. Seems to be a little more treacherous on the ice here. There is a larger opening in the ground with what looks to be ropes headed down. And it's really weird that the wind is all now blowing at our backs after being in our face. Can I slowly make my way towards the hole and try to like check the rope to see if there's if there's any kind of life left in it, or if we're gonna have to use our own.
Yeah, make investigation check.
$21.
I'd say I think you pull down and the piton seems sturdy. The rope itself, from where you have access, seems like you pull in and you don't feel any like unusual stretch or give or anything like that. So it feels like a fairly big, a good, feels pretty good from what you can tell.
So I'll just look back and let them, or I'll step back and say, this rope seems sturdy. As I was handling the rope, could I see into the hole? I got 60 feet. Do I see anything up to the 60 feet?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
24.
I think within the first 60 feet, this thing is about 10 feet wide. You see that on one side, for the whole thing, the opening of it, the first 60 feet is covered in a few inches of ice. On one side, there is like no ice, and the stone like wall and stuff past it seems to be like blackened or charred. And kind of the first 6 feet, it's 40 feet is like kind of the straight dig, it seems, and then it opens up wide after that. So from 10 feet to you can't even see the edges. So you're assuming past 60 feet on any side.
Okay. So
and you don't see anything past the 40. Like there's nothing to see past the 40 that you can tell.
Okay. So kind of relay that information. So what do you want to do? And I got to ask this question. This is for the DM. Would the egg have fit in my backpack? Is it fragile feeling? So, what am I doing with the egg? So,
I mean, it's about, like I said, it's about 18 inches wide, so it's not impossible. It would take up some good amount of space. It's about 40 pounds.
Okay.
American, do you want me to hold on to that egg?
Yeah. Just remember, it's family now. Take care of it.
It's family until its mom tries to come eat us.
Well, mother-in-laws don't count.
Okay. I will secure
Thank
it on my back.
Okay.
So, and I have a quandary. So we have the cart still, the cart sled
I will be right back.
that we brought with us this whole way. And I didn't say that I left it when we went to sneak into the camp.
You tell me what you think you would have done.
I think I would have brought it with us.
Okay.
But if we need to leave it like in the entrance here, I think we will.
Yeah, I think past this, there's serious chances of it getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And
Because,
I mean,
like,
even
yeah.
where it is, you're. I mean, someone can come along and is going to easily see this sled.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna try and like put it up against the wall.
Okay.
And then just like maybe cover it in snow.
Okay, so you kind of put some snow on top, see if that could make a. Let's just make a stealth check on that.
Okay. Does anybody want to help me hide the cart?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of push some snow up around it, kind of make it look like it's been there for a little bit.
All right.
And you wouldn't have disadvantage on this because of your.
Yeah. I just wanted the advantage. Because the dice have hated me today. And it's a good thing I did have the advantage. At advantage, that would be a 9.
Okay. You try to cover it up as best you can. What do you want to do?
I think that we delve in. I think that maybe we try and find a way through, see if there have been any giants that have come in, maybe find some frigid woe. Or other things. Maybe see if we can find an exit on the other side of the camp and sneak in that way. Or just generally explore until nightfall and then maybe sneak in then.
So down the ropes.
I think so.
I'm gonna hold the aid spell until I see anything that might attack us, because I don't want to break invisibility until then.
So you can't really prepare that long to cast aid.
Okay.
That would be like, hey, I'm going to hold it around this corner and be ready, but not like as I
All right.
continually go down here. I'm right.
Never
That's
mind.
that's a little beyond what the rules do.
Never mind.
So, Shauna and Creed, are you with the party here, or anything to add?
I'm just gonna be a familiar on loan.
Okay, so you're staying there. Shauna, is there anything that you're doing?
I'm just gonna follow.
Okay, sounds good. So what is the order down the rope?
I'll go first.
So Gothic.
I'll go second.
I'll go
American.
third with Creed.
Baja
And I'll go X.
and Shauna. Okay.
Unless Creed wants to jump off my shoulder and be in the back with Shauna.
You got it. All right. So you are going to one by one down the rope. Gothic, make an investigation check.
All right. 7. It's
Just
going
get 'em
well.
all
tonight.
out of the way.
It just kind of seems to be all of them.
You're going down and you get into the 40 feet where things open up and you don't have dark vision, right?
Nope.
Yeah. So you're just in this utter thing of black, and you're just climbing down this rope that you can barely make out. Just one thing next. Every once in a while there's like these very, very faint crystals that just give off this like glow, and it's like not enough to see rope, but to know like kind of a little bit of a straight down as you're coming in. And I'll say that you really get down. You're going down this rope. You're guessing maybe 100 feet or so. And so 40 feet past the mouth. 60 feet past the mouth. And it's interesting. You're going, and like two things happen at once. You kind of realize that you suddenly don't see the crystals. At the same point, the rope that you're holding onto separates from the rope above you.
Oh.
So he's
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Guys, we just invented a slip and slide.
Or I'll give you a strength or strength saving throw, your choice.
do I see him fall?
23.
23. I think we're good. So very quickly I would say, yeah, American, you look down and you see him fall low. Like it's like, whoa, like he goes and goes and goes, and he's reaching up, and just his fingertips are near rope. And just as that happens, his fingertips like get a grip on the rope on like one knot. And the whole rope, all of you feel the rope go boom, boom, as this happens. And then you watch Gothak pull himself up by his fingers, and then he gets his other hand and now his like head is like probably like just like beside your butt, as he's just holding on, like kind of wrapped in your legs, with nothing beneath.
Dude, is the egg okay?
Yeah, the egg's fine. The egg is
Okay.
secured.
Okay. So
I am as well.
okay. Oh, and how are you doing? You okay? You got a good grip? All right.
No, I don't.
So looking down, do I see? Is it past 60 feet? I still see darkness.
Make a perception check.
19.
19. You look below, and at about just at the edge of your 60 feet, you make out a floor. And it seems to be has a few slicks of ice on it. It's you do see, as you see, it's sort of interesting. You see 4 like kind of braziers that seem to be made out of like this weird bluish metal, in one side of like the room below, and then you at the other side you see 4 like what look like altars. And again, you see all this in grayscale, so you're not picking up color, but you do get that near the altars are essentially 5 exits.
Okay. And that's right at 60 feet down.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have no more rope. The rope broke.
Right.
I have
Okay.
50 feet of rope. If you
Oh.
want to tie it. do
Hand it
that.
to me.
I also have rope.
There you go.
I can cast Featherfall.
Ooh, that'd be better.
Well,
Let's
but,
just do that.
oh, there's exits. Yeah, we don't have to climb back up.
Well, we might have to climb back up. But
It'd
we
be
have-
just a safe play, just in case.
Yeah, there's
Got it,
exits
yeah.
to what's below.
That's a valid point.
And by the way, when I say you see this floor at about a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
Like it's kind of weird because your gravity makes the rope go straight down, but the room is angled.
So maybe we do the rope and the feather fall just in case.
Also, if Gothak is blind, I'm gonna hang out on his shoulder so I can at least give him directions.
Yeah, we might want to light a torch too, guys.
Oh. Hand me the torch.
You're in a ring.
Yeah,
Not
but I can hand
me,
it to
my
the
familiar who has hands.
So I have a lantern I could light and clip it on my belt.
That works too.
Yeah, that works too.
Okay. And I have my little feather ready in case we want to use feather fall.
Because I'll guarantee you, I do not have the strength to climb down this rope. Probably.
So when you say the floor's at an angle, and the exits are up at the top of the angle, so like if we drop to the bottom, the 5 exits are above us.
Yes. So you'd have to climb up.
Is there so could we get a rope and a grappling hook to throw up and get us a way to maybe pull us over to that?
Or does anyone have pittance and we could up it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, so what I'll say, you can do whatever you want to do. Whether you want to do some complex things on while you're all hanging onto a rope,
I don't think we want to.
or however you want to do this, but it's like, so you can do whatever you want. You just tell me what you are doing.
Let's start with tying the rope to the rope.
I agree.
So who's tying the rope to the rope?
I have all hands free.
What
No, you
kind
don't.
of-
You're a ring.
No, but
My
his
familiar who
familiar
has
does.
arms, and I can see what they're doing, and they're intelligent.
Sure. Yeah,
Go
if they
for
can
it.
tie it off,
Give it guidance.
I can
Thank
cinch it
you.
tight.
So your familiar currently is about 5, 10, 15, 20 feet from the end of the rope.
All right.
Are you tying it where if your familiar is?
I was gonna fly down to Gothak.
Okay, so familiar flies down.
Yeah. Because I figure I might as well be their eyes since they can't actually see.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he has the light now, so never mind, I guess, on that. But, just in case.
But
Gotcha.
Gothak is kind of just hanging there, so we don't really
Yeah,
want him to.
we don't want him to fall.
Yeah. So does your familiar have hover? It'd be in movement or speed. Like, do they have a hover speed?
No, but I could land on the rope.
Yeah, you can click on to Gothic. I want to get the picture clear here.
Gotcha. Yeah, they don't have hover. I checked.
So, Gothic, you feel like this thing dig its nails into you as it perches on. So make a sleight of hand check to tie the rope.
with guidance.
Alrighty.
So here's the thing: you have to see something to cast guidance.
It was sitting on me. I can touch it.
Is it that you can touch or can see? What's the?
Oh, I will have to look that up.
I got a nice 20. Not a natural 20, but a dirty
It says
20.
touch.
Okay,
You
that's cool.
touch one willing creature.
It's totally fine. So your invisibility is done.
Yes, that's fine.
So does this? You got 20 on it and
22 with guidance.
22. Okay. So you do that. I think Gothic, you're able to like use your feet and pull it. It seems fairly well knotted.
Okay.
And American, you can see that it kind of and is floating about 10 feet above the floor.
Hey, a 10 feet fall is a lot better than a 40, 50 foot fall.
So,
Well, that's about 10 feet.
and the basically we're in the chamber's on its side, so 45-degree angle.
Yeah, so
Where
this is kind of going to what would be the back of the room.
Right. And then, okay. how far is how far up it would be the? Can I tell how far up the climb would be from the bottom up to the exit? Or do I have the picture wrong?
No, you got it. Yeah, to the exits of the room, that would be about 60, 65 feet,
Okay.
depending which one you chose.
So from where I am now, can I try to get a grappling hook onto somewhere like where the exits are? Is there a place to throw it and catch it?
So you're still 60 feet up.
So how far away from those exits would we be?
Does grappling hook specify how long of a rope is attached to, or is it just the hook and you have to attach it to rope?
Yeah, no, you have to. I'm going to attach my 50-foot of rope.
Rope to it. So,
Yeah. So I was trying to see where.
Okay. Yeah, there is a place to where you could attempt to do this.
All right, so
do you go past Gothic, or do you let Gothic go down?
No, so unless I got the picture wrong, was Gothic is if I hook the rope, we could pull ourselves over to the entrance without going to the bottom. I mean, to the exit without going all the way to the bottom.
Correct. You could basically get this. So what you would be doing, you'd be changing the angle of the main rope from
Yes.
90 to kind of match the degrees, which by the way would also change what everyone's doing to hang on. Because you wouldn't be using your legs in the manner in which they're designed, which is fine. But it would probably help. So
Gothic. So I'm telling you my plan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all, actually.
Wow, I think that's a great plan.
But it's going to take his strength to pull us over, kind of get it started. So, so I'll turn and just kind of tell the group what we're planning. So, does everybody can get positioned for the change in the direction of the rope?
Okay. What I'll do is I'll say with that, since you're preparing, everyone can get advantage on if there's any type of roll that happens because of this, because they're ready for the shift.
Okay.
I will 100% guidance myself beforehand too.
Okay, so I guess I'll attempt to throw the grappling hook.
Since I have no purpose in being in this line on the rope, do you want me to just grab it and fly up?
Yeah, that's great.
All right, you do your thing then.
So
I'll see you on the way down.
Yeah.
So I mean, the familiar's going to make him throw it.
No, he's gonna grab it.
I'm just gonna fly it up for him because might as well.
I'm giving really good hand motions, like I'm really doing something as he does that.
So tell me, does the familiar have dark vision?
They have 120 feet.
Perfect.
Ooh, nice.
So excellent. So move in through there, and I'm not going to make a whole bunch grappling hook. What you're trying to do simple enough. Because you're going for horizontal tension. Yeah. And so you find something that would go, you know what you're doing. We're not going to go into all that. I think that you fly it back to Gothic.
Hey, it's all done.
I practiced years to do that. Thank you.
There's all the sets is like, I got a familiar that can fly it over there. We're good. What is the strength of your familiar, actually?
Let me check.
Let me just double check that real quick.
It's 6 strength, but the carrying weight is 90.
Not familiar with all the system.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Perfect. I'm good. I was gonna make sure it wasn't like something weird like 1. I'm like, hey, never mind.
That would have been a big ouch
Yeah.
moment.
I'm good.
Drops
I'm
the
good.
grappling hook to the bottom.
It just sinks like a stone.
What we're doing. No, I love this. I love the teamwork. Invisibility's dropped for the familiar through all this, though. That's a lot of action and stuff.
Fair enough.
So I can see the familiar, and the familiar can see me, and that's it.
They're gonna wave at you.
Right. So Gothic, so what we have is we have a rope going about 10 feet before the lowest point of this room. Gothic, you have the rope that's attached to a grappling hook that has some slack in it currently. You can tell, I think, even when you pull taut, that you're not at a straight the vertical rope and the rope that's going to the grappling hook isn't at 90 degrees right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of make your decision how you want to do this.
Well, I mean, if I pull on it and it seems like it's not gonna like totally give immediately, I mean, I'm kind of worried.
Yes, it's not going to give. You do enough tightening to it. It feels sturdy. I'm going to give you that it feels sturdy. I'm just saying how low on the vertical rope are you trying to go? So ultimately, I'm asking you what angle are you trying to make here? Initially, before you pull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Probably like I don't want to go too taut. I actually kind of want to go down on the rope a little bit. So that way we can get like that nice like 45 curve going, as I pull myself over.
Okay, sure. So are you gonna make it before you pull, like when you just make it taut, are you going for like a 90 degree before you pull, and then you're gonna is that what you're going for?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to say let's just do a strength check here because you got to do 2 things. You got to support your body on the rope, and you've got to pull. And at first, it's pretty good, but as it's going to get to the edge there, it's going to be a lot harder to maintain strength. But you're a big dude, so I'll give you athletics for this. Actually,
Okay.
So give me athletics check.
Okay, athletics. One second, I'm looking at something. For this, I'll use one of my giant's mites for this.
Okay.
To give myself that sweet advantage.
Perfect.
And just beef up a little bit since this seems like it's going to take quite a bit out of me. So,
yeah.
Luckily, I don't get any heavier than I already am. I just get bigger.
Oh, so you increase your size rating on this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, American, you definitely see. And actually, all of you, no, just because of dark vision. But anyone with dark vision sees one, Gothic become visible, and 2, like he's his huge 12-foot self.
Okay. Yeah. So that will be a 18.
Fair enough. So all of you feel like in one, like vroom, the rope starts to tilt. Your angles become weird. You're all shifting. You're losing. You realize like your legs and your arms are having to work a lot harder to maintain grip.
I'm doing the whole like weak girl in gym class where she's got like her legs up on the rope too and the hands.
Absolutely. It starts to shift a little bit here, and I'd say Gothic, what I'll give you is you get close, and then probably about like 6 feet away, you're actually able to grab like kind of the corner of this opening and pull the rope the rest of the way, and you successfully shorten it and tie it, so that it's good. So what this has essentially done is made kind of like So there's two angles. There's like this is the angle going to the rope, and then like there's also this, right? So there's like this hand is the rope that was vertical, and then this is the now new thing. Actually, I'm sorry, just one angle. So I got confused because of grappling hook. Got one angle going like this now.
We have a zip line, basically.
Yeah, basically zip lining it. So we'll go up the rope. Gothic, you're good, and where you get is where you get just inside an entryway that again looks like an exit, and right now it's it seems sealed. Whether there's a door or something, you're not sure, but it looks like there's like 2 steps going down, and then like there's a wall, basically. The rest of you, let's see, we'll go to Mirakin next.
Okay.
So the rope is now angled. How are you getting? What are you going to do to kind of get in there?
I'm just going to kind of work my way down the rope, hand over. Got my legs around it, hand over hand.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say if everyone's just going to do a basic thing here, I'll give your choice. Everyone can make acrobatics or athletics checks for this.
Acrobatics for me.
Acrobatics for me.
Athletics for me. 23.
That's a D4 because I knew I was going to need it.
14.
10.
15 for acrobatics for Sean.
Okay. Cool. 10 actually does it because there's been a lot of good stuff there. It was 10 because you had to get above a 10 for this. And it was a little hard, but hand over hand, you are make it. And so right now you guys are kind of huddled in this small space, about 10 feet. So it's very, very close as the 5 of you are chilling there. You're kind of in each other's space.
So can I do a investigation check, and see if the steps go anywhere, if there's any kind of
are all 5 of the exits sealed?
I mean, you don't know. You just went. Yeah. You're solving this one. You'd have to check it out. So the way this works, just to give you more of an idea, because you guys got real close here, each of the doors are actually like on this like curve of like a circular curve out that's almost like a balcony. That you think maybe as you're looking, probably looked out into the sky, but now is buried in rock.
Uh-huh.
But each one is about 7 feet from the other one on this curve. So it's like this.
Okay.
And again, and in between each one is an altar.
Do you think we could I don't want to touch the altars. Can I investigate the altars? Like if they have runes or anything on them that would give us an idea of what
Sure.
they're used for?
So generally speaking, investigation is touching and perception is looking.
I would like to perceive them. I do not want to touch them just yet.
You got it.
I am rolling like crap. 7.
7.
We're getting them all out of the way before battle, guys. All of them.
Yeah, I think the ice is less here because it's been down, but there's still like just fragments and dust, and people have been through this way before. So there's a little bit of grime and stuff. It's hard to really see. You see there are grooves in there, whether that's from damage or intent, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
Can can the familiars fly and see if there's any of these any of these entranceways open more than just what we see at where we're standing?
Mine doesn't have dark vision.
The monkey doesn't have dark vision, I think you said.
Yep.
So Creed, it's up to you.
I'll do it if you can answer a riddle.
Oh God.
So, my imp turns into a raven. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Does he do this often?
Yes.
Because neither is approached without cause.
Do we take psychic damage from that?
Can I take psychic damage from that?
My God, just like, go look at the doors, please.
I think I died. Not a little bit. And not a little bit. I think I died a lot.
Fine, I'll do it, but I'm going back to active camouflage mode.
Okay. Make a, because you have 120 feet of dark vision, make an investigation check on the exits.
Alrighty.
Just muttering things under my breath. That's all I'm doing.
11.
11. They're all sealed. And I think you get that there's enough that you can get that it looks like they may have been opened somewhat recently, but they are currently closed. So kind of each one has steps that go down and end in what looks like a wall. Again, down relative to the 45-degree angle. So more like, across.
Alright, I'll relay that back to them.
Which means it's a puzzle.
Yeah, so this is actually somewhat interesting. The stairs are more like you can walk up the stairs, but you get the sense you'd be walking down the stairs if it was
If the room was the right way.
Yeah.
So there's altars, and then what else was in the room?
Braziers in the back.
So do we light the braziers, or we do something with the altars?
Sean, I'll make like an arcana check. Will this look magical?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
No, that's a natural one.
Hard to tell. There's a lot of dirt and dust and from a crash to tell exactly what the purpose here is.
I'm gonna shift that actually and try again.
Okay. Chrono shift and do it again.
That's a 19.
A 19. So as you chrono shift, there's a sense where it's weird. I think only you perceive this, Shauna, that for a split second, it's as if there's 1,000 of these rooms, each with a differing number of exits or entrances. You see this just in a split second, as though like your chrono shift here is revealing something that's hidden, and then as it ends, it's as though like maybe more powerful manipulation would do something, but this just gives you a peek into it, and it all recondenses. And you look, and I would say you get the strong sense there is. I say with an Arcana, there is magic. There's definitely something magical set up in the altars and also the braziers. You do not get a magical sense from the stairs. Like, in fact, you're like, huh, it doesn't seem like there's any magical connections. You don't see runes. You don't see anything that would give it you at least any visible sign that there's magical connections from those things to these stairs that seem to end in walls.
I'm gonna relay that to the group and be like, I think it's something to do with the braziers and the statues that we have to figure out.
You can ritual cast detect magic, correct?
Yes, I can.
So can I. I'm just trying to make sure it's a ritual before I do it.
Yep.
Okay. I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
I don't want to use the spell slot. I feel like we're going to get into a fight.
All right, so you spend some time. So there's 10 minutes here where you are casting detect magic. And what I'll say is you get conjuration auras from the braziers.
Okay.
And let me just double check something so I know I got the right thing here. And then you're going to get evocation from the altars.
Okay.
And as you kind of like are looking and examining the altars from your point, you kind of just glance an aura from within, like from another thing that's in there. Because again, you're seeing like these auras, but you're not actually seeing too much because it's dark in here. There's something in there, like another substance that has a transmutation aura.
Okay. So we've got conjuration on the braziers, evocation and transmutation on the altars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will share that with Shauna because she's probably the only one that understands it.
Yeah. And then the stairs and the doors don't have any type of magical
No
aura.
magic, just like she said. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to cast an evocation spell at the braziers.
What?
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at the brazier.
At the brazier.
Is that what the evocation is coming from?
No, evocation is coming from inside the altar. Conjuration is coming from the braziers. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. It's evocation and transmutation from the altars. I'm going to throw 8 on everybody.
Okay.
She's going to do that right as she starts readying a fireball. So 3 people. I'll do it on Shauna, Mirkan, and Gothic.
Okay.
So that's 5 temporary HP.
Baja, as you cast aid,
Oh, great.
the effect happens.
Good.
The altars on either side of you, so there's an altar to your left and altar to your right, they immediately light up, and there's a gust of wind, and I would say, I think, because you said you lit this lamp. So as this, you see just this fine blue powder move across the area that you're in. So I do need a Constitution saving throw from everybody. Really except Creed because he's in a ring.
Yeah. Good thing you have those gold vials, right?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I'm got a 4,
Constitution.
so I'm going to use my chronal shift.
You said Constitution.
Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw.
And that's a 6.
I did it.
Ooh,
I did it.
Wow.
18.
Mine,
That's a natural 1.
Don't worry, I failed
mine-
too.
all right, I wrote the wrong one. I wrote a check. Let me roll a saving throw. Hold on. There. 6.
I'm glad I'm not a part of this crowd.
Right.
Wait, I'm missing something. Okay.
The dice are trying to kill us.
Yep.
Yes, I think that's what I was missing.
Are we good?
Yes.
So everyone got single digits on that, right?
I got an 18.
You got an 18. Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Everyone but Baja.
I
Okay,
think
cool.
I expected it. Hence the aid.
Yeah, I think there's a sense which like, and it's interesting. I think Baja, you see like this just goes everywhere. And Shauna, Gothic, American, you guys begin to coughing as you feel this stuff kind of getting down into your throats. Baja, you see this and it's interesting. At first it looks like kind of like a natural effect, like kind of a natural spread, but then you feel and see like gusts of wind come in and kind of take them in as it's actually battering your lips and trying to batter your nose, and you're like holding down and covering as the wind's forcing it into the others.
Okay. And this is not like a magical effect or anything, is it?
Why?
Because I was just going to dispel magic.
I mean, make an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, let me roll like crap, guys. Oh, no, not bad. 17.
17. Yeah, there's definitely magic happening currently, actively.
I will try to dispel it.
Okay. You got it.
It's 3rd level. Do I need to roll?
You cast it, and that the dust is still in the air, but it's no longer being moved around.
No longer trying to force it.
Yeah, it's like, whoo, yeah, the wind dies down.
Okay.
As you look across, you look kind of down, all of you, the floor. It's for the first time you're making out like buried underneath like some ice and some grime are bones and partially decayed body parts.
All right.
And just as you're realizing you're seeing them, the question comes into your head, why are we seeing these? As your eyes float up to 2 lit braziers.
thought we only lit one of those.
And each one from it, now the light that's given off of here is the strange, like it's like black and green flame, but so it's the green light that is shining through that's giving you like this vision. And it kind of and from that those pieces of energy, the flames look like they come out, and each one looks like it's beginning to form something, and it's almost as though they sense each other and then combine into one thing. And what forms is like what looks like a small little portal, and this four-legged thing jumps out and lands. And you see as it kind of looks up, and you see like no eyes. It's feline like and has this mouth, and this tail raises, and on the tail is a single eyeball. And it's as it growls and lets out this tiny roar. And at that point, the energy from the brazier goes to what you'd expect to be this orange and red light that fills the room a little bit. As we can roll for, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll roll for initiative.
Oh
I'm sorry,
no!
guys, that I tried to give you aid.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hey,
It's
at least it's 5
we-
HP, right?
Yeah. Maybe it may actually be what we needed.
It may be.
Hi, I'm your emotional support companion.
I think I'm gonna need you by the end of this fight. I hate being a hero.
Yeah, so if it's okay with everybody, we'll do a 10-minute break, and we'll
Yep,
come back to
sounds
this. All right.
All right. See y'all in 10.
Yeah.
See ya.
10.
All right. Hello, hello, hello.
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 What is There we go.
I'm stress eating. It's what clerics do.
You're fine. It's just the system accidentally made you a primary. They made you me. I was like, nope. All
I
right.
don't want to be you.
I am you.
Wait,
Whoa.
if I you win. Game over. Bye.
All the monsters collapse.
All the monsters roll natural ones for everything.
They then have a seizure.
Because Creed does a stand-up comedian act.
All right. Excellent. I think everybody's in. Yeah, that's what I should see. All right. And it's time. All right. Gothic and Shauna, you here?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Give me initiatives. The first one I'll ask for is Baja.
17.
17. All right. Gothic.
Natural 20 minus 1, 19.
19. Creed.
I'm just gonna roll mine. Wow.
10.
It says 10, but it looks like a 2. Yeah, it's a 10.
Okay. Shauna.
8.
8. And American.
8.
8. Okay. So, as we're back, the 2 sensor braziers are lit, shining light. The other 2 are not lit. And I also want to give you a quick view from that as well. Give you a sense of the room. And it is on a 45-degree angle. So going down, there's issues. And going up, there's issues here as well. Let me go to that view for now. And so you see this blue and red creature just kind of slinking towards you, very feline like. big, like large fangs. Gothic. Real quick, because I couldn't remember, how long does your giant smite last?
1 minute.
1 minute. So you are down to normal by now.
Yeah. But keep it out there.
Okay.
Maybe get the bigger one.
Yeah. So
Get
I
'em all
assume
ready.
bonus action, you're big.
Yep. That'll be the first thing I'm doing.
Okay, you're up first.
Okay. Big.
Yes. Yay.
Okay. So how far am I away from the not a cat? Definitely not a cat.
So you are 5, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Okay. I will run up to it.
Okay, so this is going to be difficult terrain. So you have to have your movement, or you can make an acrobatics check to try to not fall.
Could I jump it?
Even jumping, if you're trying to use your more than half your movement, you'd have to make the check
Okay, I'll make the check.
because you're going 45 degrees down.
All right, that'll be 10.
10 for acrobatics. Unfortunately, that is not going to make it, and you land prone.
Okay.
As you slip and fall like a banana peel down
Okay. And did that
What
use
do you
all my
mean a
movement or
banana
half
peels?
my movement?
there. You got your full movement, but it used 25 feet of your movement.
Okay, so I don't have enough to stand up.
Yeah, if that's what it says, yeah. Unless you have
That is-
50.
No, I only have 30. That's
Yeah.
where it's a little unclear. It says it uses half your movement to stand up, but it doesn't clarify if it's half your remaining or half your total.
I just go half total.
Okay. Okay. But even though I am prone, I can still attack just at disadvantage.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make 2 attacks at disadvantage.
All right.
Um
Let's see him.
also what else? I got a feat that I can do stuff with, I think. Yes, I will incur the -5 to the attack roll for the +10 to damage
Okay.
with disadvantage
You got it.
for both of my strikes. Because I'm a madman. That will be a 7 and a 15 with the minuses, with the -5.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Those both are going to hit.
Wow.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you say a 7 and a 15?
Yes.
Sorry, one of those hits.
How about
The
the
15
15 hits?
hits.
No AC.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I heard 17, so I was like, wait, what?
No.
Yeah,
You
so
You didn't realize.
Yeah, so you fall down, and the first strike, I think you're trying to do like a leaping overhand strike, and so the first one ends up being that, except you kind of fall, and it just goes, and it's for its legs, and it just kind of steps over it, and then the next one, you kind of just come down, square across its face.
Okay, so that'll be 19, and I will invoke my fire rune.
Okay.
Yep. So it'll take all right, so it's when I hit a creature, so I hit it, and so that's an extra 2d6 fire damage.
All right.
So it'll take another 5 fire damage for a total of 24 points of damage. And it needs to make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
And that's from the rune?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Got it. That's going to be a 21. Yeah. So I think you see as the rune as the fire goes through, and as the magic of the rune attempts to like push it down and knock it away, there's a sense where you see its skin kind of glow, and its skin itself glows and counteracts and like dispels the effect.
Okay. Okay, that'll be my turn.
All right. Sorry, Baja. Baja.
Basha.
Wow.
I'm going to do Toll the Dead,
Okay.
which is a Wisdom 15 save.
Absolutely. So you told that dead, and it's going to get a natural 20.
Okay, so it does nothing.
Yeah, so the bells go out. And
Okay,
I think
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so you were positioned slightly different from where I actually have you on the board, but so you see, so I'm not going to have this happen, but you see the two. It's like it goes out, and you see the two altars on either side spark a little bit, but they weren't able to absorb enough energy.
So basically, I should not be throwing any magic out at this thing.
You make your conclusions. Anything else?
I don't really want to do any more magic. That's the scary part.
I think you get, and I'll move you here, is like your magic set off, your aid's supposed to set off the altars on either side of you.
So if I stay right there, I won't set any others off.
I think that's a fair conclusion.
Okay. In that case,
because that's essentially what caused everything to happen.
Okay. So in that case, I will then what do I want to do? That was my action. I have a bonus action. I will throw out my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And then move it 20 feet to hit this sucker. Well, no, it's 60 feet. I can get right there to hit it, right? I don't have to move it.
Yeah, spiritual weapon right there.
Okay, so I will try to hit it. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay. So that'll be 8 damage.
Yeah, 100%.
It's force, by the way.
Okay, 8 force damage.
So I hit it in the eye.
Yeah, you smack that thing, and the skin kind of glows, and you actually see as though like the energy from the mace is hitting into it, but it looks like that energy that usually obliterates is actually getting absorbed, like it's feeding off of part of it. And still it still slices. You see some blood happen, so it does take some damage,
but it doesn't take as much as I'd like.
Right, and then the eye looks directly at you.
Yep.
And a ray just goes across the room.
God.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity. Okay. Oh, please, come on. Nope. 4.
4. It hits you square in the chest as you watch as your winter gear and part of your flesh is just not there anymore. You see just pieces of your ribs exposed from the center out, kind of, or as you're sorry, not your ribs, but your center cavity, chest cavity, and you take 4 force damage.
Hey guys, it throws magic back.
Good thing I don't use that.
Creed, it is your turn.
That's my turn. Just going, ow! Ow!
I'm going to fly up to my friend Gothic. You can do it! You can do it!
And you're giving Gothic the help action.
Gath. Okay.
So you move up there.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
You got it. You let your familiar do the help action. In that case, Mirakan, it's your turn.
So I will ready my bow and take a shot.
Excellent.
And 10.
10. With that, I think its agility is weird. It kind of ducks and moves. It just flies back, passes through the mace.
Ooh.
Ow.
I will hold my ground right there.
All right. And that's going to be Shauna.
Shauna is going to cast Enlarge on Josh.
Enlarge. Yep.
Yep.
I would like to supersize, please.
Yep. I'm on it.
Supersize me.
There you go.
And on my bonus action, I will send my monkey to aid Mirakan.
All right.
That would be my turn.
We're just your groupies at this point.
Yep.
All right. Here's the monkey. And go with American.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. And it is now the creature's turn as it looks at the prone thing in front of it.
Nope. You don't see me. I'm not large.
All right. So the first thing it's going to do is just kind of and just go to bite your throat. And it will have advantage. 15.
Nope.
All right. So I think it's sorry, it goes to bite your throat, but actually more gets like your shoulder because you're growing as it's trying to bite, and it's causing all these problems for it to actually get a good hit here.
Right.
And just out of frustration, it makes a claw attack. Try to just dig where its teeth are for a 21.
Yeah, you know.
And with that, with that one in, it takes its other foot and tries to get the claw in there just to kind of steady itself on you, so maybe it can do better next turn. So the 21 to hit. The next one to hit is going to be a 26 to hit. So they're both going to hit.
Yep.
So. Okay. So the claws dig in deep and kind of like start to pull out almost a part of your shoulder there as you take 19 slashing damage.
And that's from both of them or just from the one?
From both. And as they go in, you see there's like a tiny explosion, it feels like, inside of you, right where the tips of the claws are, as you take an additional 3 force damage.
Yep, that's right.
And that's its turn. It is now yours, Gothak.
I would like to stand up.
Yes. That looks like a regular sized cat now.
Yep.
I think as you get up, like your head brushes the ceiling, and like kind of you're like, "Kah!" It's like falls on the side of you.
Puny cot.
You just stomp it to death at this point.
All right. Quick technical question.
Yes.
Does the help action apply to my entire action or just because my attack action has 2 attacks in it. Does it apply to the first attack or to the entire attack action?
I would give you both.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 2 of us are helping you out.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You and your familiar are. Okay. Okay. That's
The
right.
monkey and the imp.
Or the monkey and the imp, sorry. Okay. I will great weapon both of these as well at advantage.
Yes.
So a 16
Okay, 16 hits.
and a 19.
Both hit.
Okay. And I will be doing the extra damage on the first one from my giant smite.
All right.
And it's 2d4 from enlarge, or is it 1d4?
1d4.
1d4. Okay. So the first attack will be 23 damage.
Yes.
And the second attack will be 25 damage.
All right. Yeah. So you take 2 large swipes of this thing with your axe, and it's. I mean, you've done damage to it, but it's still like moving and like in the fight, ready to go.
Okay. I'll just say I could use a little healing.
All right.
And I will. You know what? I will actually action surge
Okay.
for 2 more attacks. Not at advantage this time, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, and I will still be great weapon mastering for both of them though.
Cool.
That is a 16 and a 15.
Both hit.
Okay. And that will be 21 for the first one. And 26 for the second. So I think I'm up to 94, 90, 93, 94 damage this round.
Yeah.
Dear
Okay.
God.
It is now looking super hurt. Like with those 2, like it was getting, and I think at this, you run down and you've sliced along its spine, and there's bits of it showing. And I think one thing you immediately notice is coiled around its spine is like thick, visible, glowing, pulsating, like a wiring. But it like has an organic feel to it. Like it's totally, again, it's not a machine or a construct, but it just looks like super complex and like intelligently designed. Like there's patterns and geometry to it.
Yeah, some sort of engineering done to this creature.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Creed. I'm sorry, because you took the action, I got confused. It is Baja.
Is he within a 30-foot radius of me? Gorthax, not the beast.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to throw up Aura of Vitality.
Okay. And by the way, did everyone take their aid from before? Okay, good.
There was only 3 of them that got it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did Gothak have it?
Gothic had
Yeah.
+5. It was everyone but Creed and me.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw up my Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to give him 2d6 health. So that is going to be 6.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Wait.
And that's my whole action because
So you did aura vitality, and then you did
that's an action, and then to use that bonus action within aura
Right.
vitality.
cool. No, perfect. I got it. Interesting. I would say that the aura goes out, and you see the two altars on the far sides. They're within your range,
Son of a
and they begin to get charged.
kill this thing quick.
Because it wasn't a physical boom within the radius of them, but they are absorbing the ambient energy.
I am
That
the
your
worst person
vitality
to
is
be in this
going through.
dungeon, guys.
American. I'm sorry, Creed. I keep doing this because I'm off now. Creed.
Well, time to try and eat it.
All right, what you doing? Oh, is that a 10 to hit?
Yeah, does 10 and 19 hit?
Okay, yeah, the 10 misses, 19 hits.
Num num num. Let me see real quick. All right, DC 16 Constitution save, please, unless it is immune to poison.
All right, and this isn't magic really, so I want to say it is. That's going to be 20.
Yeah, that saves. All right. I'm going to roll the die first, and then the poison. All right, so 6 piercing, that ignores non-magical resistance or immunity. And then I'm going to roll the 3d6s and have them.
Okay.
14, so 7.
And
Total.
7 poison damage. Yeah, that courses through its veins. It's looking pretty bad. Mirakin, it's your turn.
So I'll slide over and fire another shot with my arrow and miss
Absolutely.
terribly.
Yeah, I think with everything going on, as you're trying
Doesn't
not
he
to
have
hit.
advantage though because of help?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, because
Oh.
the flying monkey.
Oh,
the flying
okay.
monkey is kind of like helping you out.
I got you. Here, I'll roll it one more time. All right, how about a 26?
That'll hit.
All right, and let's see. Did I get sneak attack on that?
Yes.
All right, so 7 and 6, 23 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, so that goes in thick. I think it comes in its chest, and you can tell like it maybe has just like scratched like whatever it has for heart or hearts as it big lets out this big like choking sound as it coughs up this like bluish black liquid onto the floor, but it's still up.
All right.
All right, and Shauna, it's your turn.
Sean's gonna cast mirror image on herself.
Mirror image. Okay.
Yep. And then have the monkey continue aiding Mirkan.
Okay. You got it.
That would be my turn.
Yeah, it's turn, and it has one mission to kill the intruders. So it's going to attempt to take out. Yeah, I didn't like that arrow. The eye turns and looks at you, American,
Yeah.
as a beam shoots across the room. That is a 26 to hit.
Sure.
All right. So the beam, it looks like it's going to impact, but it ends up wrapping around your head. And there's just this intense, like migraine, pulsating pain and nausea that moves through you. And you're going to take, that's going to be 20 psychic damage.
What the?
Can I use my uncanny dodge?
Yeah, that has any attack, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, reduce that to 10.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say it hits you, and you're as the pain first hits, you just instinctively like drop to your knees and get out of the beam, and it's not able to follow you, but it still does 10. Irritated, it takes 2 swiping claw attacks at the shins of Gothic. It's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
and a 23 to hit.
Can I say no? Yeah, it is.
That is going to be 13 slashing damage. With those, and then along with the tiny explosions, 5 force damage.
This thing is
So
brutal.
18.
Yes.
Thing hits almost as hard as I do. I do not appreciate this.
It's rough, man. All right, Gothic, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna make 2 attacks at Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
That'll be a 15 and a 7.
Okay.
No, sorry, a 10 and a 7.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So
Both
it's
miss.
ripped into you, and you're bleeding out, and it's bleeding out, and I think between your like slower strikes and its slower movement, so you can't quite anticipate it as well, both of your strikes like ding off the ground, stone below, sending sparks.
Gothic will just turn back and yell, "Kill it! Someone kill it!"
Baj.
Or is anyone looking bloodied, or is everyone all right for me to?
Gothic looks seriously injured.
Okay. All right. Well, I will try to hit it with my crossbow. 22.
That'll hit.
Okay. Done trying to 8 damage, and then I will use my 2d6 to heal up Gothic for my bonus action.
Okay.
Nice. 10.
Nice.
Make an Arcana check really quick for me.
Oh lordy, I don't wanna. Let me get back to that page then. Arcana check. Okay. 16.
16. If you do not drop your Aura of Vitality, you're going to activate the other 2 altars
Drop it
right
as soon as I
now.
heal them.
You got it. So, whoom, before the end of your turn, the Aura of Vitality is gone.
Not gonna.
Okay.
I got a good healing on him. I can heal him again another way.
All right. That was good. That was a 15 to notice that. I was wondering if you're going to do. All right. Creed, it was your turn.
It's the only good Arcana roll I've made all night.
Protect Gothic. Num num.
You're attacking it?
Yes. Or attempt to, that is.
Oof. 10 does not make it.
Yeah, I don't think that hits.
No, the 10 and the 9 are not able. It's just you can see it's almost like it came out just ready to kill the biggest thing in front of it. It's becoming aware that everybody's there, and it's looking quickly. The eye is going around. It's moving and dodging, rearing up, not letting anything get a hit on it. It wants to kill what's in front of it. It does not want to let you stop it. Mirkin, it is your turn.
All right, and I get advantage on this.
Yes, sir.
All right, fire another arrow. 23.
That hits.
All right, and get sneak attack.
You do.
24 points.
24 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
So I see
Oh,
that
thank you,
eye
Jesus.
dancing around, and I kind of kneel down and I pull the bow back, and I get it, and the eye pauses just for a second, and I shoot an arrow, and it pierces it right through the middle of the eye.
Oh, nice. Yeah, arrow flies through. I think it like you can see it just flies. It kind of like pierces your loincloth there, Gathak. Like right below the goods, and it comes through, and then whoom, right into the eye of this thing as it screams out. As like at first its mouth is open, and it's like this silent scream that then goes to this painful and mournful roar. And it just tilts and falls dead in front of all of you.
You see 4 Shauna's clapping.
Gothak will turn back and say, I did not need a hole there, and I really, really didn't need a hole there.
Is
So
the
let's not put a
egg
hole there.
look, not worrying about that? Is the egg okay?
I don't have a reason to think it's not.
Okay.
Well, you fell. You can make an investigation check on the egg.
Yeah.
I will open my bag and look at the egg.
All right. I'll say, let me make
Can
a
I-
saving throw for the egg.
Okay.
Can we get out of this room so I can heal you without activating anything more?
1 second. Clearly, the egg is far more important in my life.
Okay.
All right, the egg is okay.
The egg is fine. Next time we get into battle,
Okay.
I will just drop the egg or throw it
Gently.
at you. One of the two.
You don't know what the egg could mean for us. Okay. So just
Most likely our death. Horrible, 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 painful
we were gonna
death of
we were gonna
destruction.
die at some point. Some of us already have. So
Yes. Exactly. I don't think that any more of us need to. I know that you're loosey goosey with like morals and all this other fun stuff like death, but having nearly died several days ago.
Starting to understand why I was sent here.
I'm starting to understand why I want to buy whoever sent you a very nice drink.
They prefer whiskey.
Okay, well maybe not that. Maybe I'll just give them greed.
Pure ethanol.
I'll just give them greed. It'll be fine. I'll call it
I
even.
don't think they would appreciate that.
All right. What do you
Let's-
guys want to do?
Let's get
Did
out of the
anything
room.
change in the room?
No, the two braziers are lit with like warm, but smokeless fire. The two altars are not lit. There's no energy. Whatever happened with them happened.
Okay. I'm gonna
But
pick up
the door
the
open.
But no, the doors are not open.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up the cat thing and walk out of the room.
What do you mean walk out of the room?
Or I thought we were
Leave.
headed out of the room.
There's
There's-
no way out
Climb
yet.
out.
You can
Climb
go
out.
up.
I guess we can climb up. Maybe
Yeah.
we should. I don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna check out this cat.
Okay,
I'm gonna
make
go
investigation
investigate the
check.
doors.
I was actually wondering if I could do an alchemy check on this to see if it's some sort of alchemical chimera to see sort of some of the elements that went into it. If that's all right.
Sure.
If
Yes,
that
make-
makes any sense.
You can make an alchemy check on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Would
try
anybody
to
like
look
to
at those
assist me?
doors.
Make investigation. Yep.
Yeah.
So intelligence with alchemy.
14.
14. Shauna, did you want something?
I wanted to investigate the cat too.
Sure. Do you want to give advantage or do you want to do your own check?
My own check.
All right. You can do investigation or you can do arcana, depending on what you're trying to figure out. What are you trying to figure out?
What exactly it is, like, since I study chronology, I'm wondering if I know anything about
Yeah, I'll give you Arcana on that then.
Okay.
19 on the doors.
19 on the doors.
Oh, that's a 10.
10. Okay. I would say with alchemy, was it alchemy 14? Is that what I remember?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. The process is used to make this all are alchemical in nature, but it's mind-boggling. I think as you look at it, it's must have been, I mean, way beyond anything that you've heard of, let alone seen.
Okay.
This thing was built by pure alchemy. You've heard of things that maybe like you feed something when it's young or when it's older and using it to kind of give temporary abilities, but this thing was alchemically made and probably with no biological sire.
Okay. Am I able to sort of parse together some of the base elements within the alchemy used for this, or some of the alchemical ingredients or recipes from that 14, or is it just enough information to know
I would
that
say
it's-
with a 14, I think the one thing you can get that's like a common sense on it would be residuum.
Okay. Some sort of alchemical chimera made out of residuum.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'll give you with that. And then with the investigation check. I mean, Arcana, I think you basically get it. These were made by pure magic, essentially, like magical processes along with alchemical stuff. With the investigation check on the stairs and the doors, you investigate, and so you see scorch marks on one of the stairs. Partially, you can see this now because there's light in the room. There's these black scorch marks on one of the stairs. Another one seems to like have like partially frozen pieces on it. But one thing you see on all of them is there's like just starting from where you can just see, like as you look down the corner, like the corner of each one, that there's a gap. They're not fully flush with the wall. There's just this tiny gap, and you get a little bit of peek into the gaps, and you start to see like scratch or scrape marks on it
Like
within the gaps.
do the scratch marks look like maybe from like the claws of one of those things, or is it like a knife or something that was like used to pry it open?
It looks though they're wide, so they're the same width as the stairs, and in the
Okay.
same right angle shape. As you see the scratches, though, the stairs have moved along the wall and left impression.
Okay. Could we pry the doors open? Do we want to pry the doors open?
So it's interesting. You don't see stuff with you. I think in that check, yeah, you don't. It's interesting. What you see is what I'll give you with this is it looks like the walls are end with the wall, and it doesn't. It's not like it doesn't so much look like a door. It more looks like a wall. There is what I'll give you, but it's not one piece. It is two pieces. The wall is not the same as the door. There's a seam there.
Okay. Okay.
So you get that possibly that the stairs move or have moved.
Yeah. Was there a crack when we investigated them earlier? No, right?
You actually never investigated them.
I know. I'm asking Creed. He did.
Well, the familiar did, but couldn't see that.
All right. He couldn't see that. Okay. Not sure how.
Maybe
I-
magic.
Yeah, I'm not using any more magic in this room.
Can I try to investigate the room to see if there's any kind of mechanisms?
Yeah, make investigation check.
Guidance.
While they're
I'm
doing that,
frustrated.
I would like to mention my familiar does have an intelligence of 11, and they can natively speak.
13.
Okay. I'll say with 13,
The
As
cat's
you're-
coming back.
as you're specifically looking for mechanisms, I think you look at those stairs and you look at one of them, the one on the far left, actually, and as you put a little pressure on it, you realize it's a little loose, and it just, maybe like a quarter of an inch pushes in as you push it forward slightly. Because keep in mind, as you're investigating this room, you're like sliding down the room.
Right. So the one that I could push in, I'll motion for anybody to come and see if we can push it further in to see if it acts like a cog.
Does one of the familiars want to do that in case it's trapped? Because I really do not want to heal anymore in this room because I have a feeling I will summon another creature if I do. This thing likes to eat cleric energy.
Toronto will assist me with him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you can either do the flying monkeys at advantage strength, or you can do Americans strength at advantage.
I'm gonna say American strength at advantage.
Okay.
So what is that? Just roll a strength check.
Yeah, strength check advantage.
All right. $17.
Yeah, with 17, you're able to put like your full body weight behind this thing, and it pushes like it's designed to react to weight and you feel it just as it kind of stops. There, you hear like something in the walls kind of go boom as you're sitting there holding this stair in place, feeling a little, it's still exerting resistance back at you.
So I want to see if another one of the stairs loosened where you can push it in, maybe.
I can look. Since I'm still over at the stairs. Is that investigation?
I mean, unless you just want to push on the stair, you can just make a strength check.
Yeah, I'm going to guidance myself.
Okay.
How do I
Watch your step.
Do I just roll strength?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, not bad, not bad. Let me roll my guidance. 17.
Nice.
So +0 to strength, guys.
Yeah, same here.
That guidance got me there.
With 17, you push the stair and you're straining because it's still pushing back at you.
Oh,
But
I
you
just imagine
hear-
me like cannonball sitting on it.
Yeah, you're like, oh. So you do feel that it is there, and it has been. You hear another cocoon.
Somebody else's turn.
Why not Gothric with who actually has strength?
Yeah, I mean, I could give it a shot.
I think you're the strongest one here.
I'm going to perch on his shoulder and pretend I'm helping.
All right, Gothic, make your strength check.
Okay. Strength check. Ooh, 12 without advantage.
I say, you go to push on it, and I think it's a lot harder. You're like, "Ugh," and you feel like it wants to give, but it's not. It's just outside of, like, I think it goes like maybe a quarter of the way, and then you kind of lose your grip, and it starts to push you back.
Okay.
So you can make another check if you want.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give it another go. Ooh, 7. It's not going well.
Yeah, the second one, you are bleeding, and I think like your blood is causing you to lose traction on this thing, and you're like slipping in your own blood and partially exploded body. What do you need, Shauna?
Sean wants to try.
Okay. You get to another one. Make your strength check.
No, that's the natural one.
Yeah, Shauna's just there like, ah! This cat. Move.
Hey, put the egg on one. Maybe it's heavy enough.
Yeah. Care for me.
Care for an egg in these trying times?
What? The yolk's on you. So we still have the resistance on the step. Are there any gaps? Like, could I wedge a crowbar in there to hold it in place?
You can certainly try. If you have a
Okay.
crowbar on you.
Yeah, I'll try to. I'm just trying to hold it in place.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's probably either a dex or intelligence check. Or do sleight of hand or investigation.
It doesn't matter. I can do. I mean, sleight of
to you.
hand. Sleight of
Okay.
hand.
Okay.
That seems to make sense. So, 13.
13. Yeah, I think so with sleight of hand, what you do is you think that you're like, okay, if I let go of this, the force of this suddenly is going to push it back and maybe lift up a little bit. So you let that happen, and just in the split second that it starts to push back and lift because of the force pushing, you ram the crowbar in there, and it kind of but stays.
Okay. Can I
Seeing
go?
that, I'm going to take my crowbar and do the same.
All right, make that sleight of hand check.
$23.
Nice.
23. Yeah, kind of mimicking that. You're like, okay, but you like saw exactly. So like, oh yeah, sure, and you just like go and go blink, and like effortlessly walk out of the way.
So
All right.
which one of you is the burglar?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Expert treasure hunter. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's
Higher
see.
help.
Now, can two of us try to push in on the next one to see if we can get it to?
Well, how many are left?
Like-
If there's like 2 more
There's-
left.
We've locked 2 in place.
Okay.
If that's what we're really doing. So there's
We'll find
3.
out.
Yeah, there's 3 others.
Yep.
We got this. We'll do this. The weaklings. We'll do it. You and me.
All right. So
We'll go to the same one.
yeah.
All right. So one of you can do it with advantage if you want.
Okay.
We have the same roll. Be my
Yeah.
guest.
Yeah. I'm plus 0. So.
Guidance, you too. We got this.
All
Let's
right.
go.
advantage and guidance. Everything we can take. Let's see. 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay, yeah. So the two of you together push it in, and then I'll say, we're gonna say, Baja, you get to make your sleight of hand with advantage, since you're not trying to do both at once.
Cool. With advantage. Okay. Not as good, but 17.
Okay, yeah. So American, you kind of use your shoulder and push it up just enough so that there's that gap, and then Baja, you just kind of insert the crowbar in there, and between the two of you, you've secured a third stair.
All right.
This is why you need shady people on a party.
So here's the thing. I guess that's been 3. So what did you use for this one? Because you just used a crowbar before.
I can use a piton.
Okay.
Same effect, really.
Yeah.
I'll just mark off 3 pitons because I got a feeling I'm using them.
Okay. So you use a piton. All right. Cool. So 2 crowbars are used here and a piton. All right. Are you essentially going to try to do this to the other 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I think with this, you've succeeded on 3, so we can do the other 2. And you've secured it with 3 pitons and 2 crowbars. As the last one goes in, before you secure it, even all 5, like it feels like one big thing opens up as 5 passageways are revealed.
Oh, yay.
Behind the stairs, and you secure the last one. And a very quick glance, you see that they all in this thing. So again, you get the sense they went down, but in the current orientation, they're just going forward.
Okay.
For the most part, slightly up or down here or there, depending on the steepness, but mostly forward, very oddly. And so this is going to be difficult terrain over these weird stairs. But they curve different directions and those types of things. So you get that they probably lead various places.
Do you want to play any, mini, miny, mo, or do you want me to like...
Yeah, remember, there is 5 of you here.
How fast do we want our resident giant to go?
I'm just saying everybody. What I meant by that is everybody can talk.
Yeah.
Clear for everybody.
I vote I don't die.
Yeah, I vote, like, let's get away from this room of death so that I can heal our resident giant without activating God knows what that cat creature was.
Garfield on steroids.
John, you didn't feed me. Where's the lasagna?
I hate Mondays, except for D&D.
There you go.
I love
I'm
Mondays.
assuming
I
have
kind of
no-
love that.
Amen.
I'm assuming I no longer have a crowbar, huh?
Right.
Oh yeah.
You get really. I would say you get from this that if all 5 aren't depressed, the wall comes back down.
That's fine. I'll remove crowbar from my inventory.
Yeah, so I'd say because you other checks too, you get the sense that there was one like large metal kind of tablet, basically long piece that was blocking all 5 ways, and with all 5 things lifted up, it lifts up.
I actually had 2 crowbars, so I actually have 1 left.
You got 1 crowbar left. There you
Yeah.
go.
I got 5 pitons left.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know why
all right.
I don't know why I had 2 crowbars. So.
So you get the sense that before
From tomorrow.
it would take 5 people standing on these at the same time, and then they would all go down quickly. Or they'd let other people through as they stood.
Or they resort to necromancy.
So how do we pick which one of these hallways we want to go down, guys?
any difference in the air that's coming out of any of them? Is it all the same?
Good question. There is that's so it's interesting as you kind of go to each one. There is that same weird, like from your back air that you were feeling before, like as though air is being pulled through this structure from the outside, is on two of them, both the far left and far right. And the other three in the center don't seem to have that flow, as though as though they're pulling air from the outside in.
So it's the other three we gotta choose between.
I'm open for suggestions.
Right is
Yeah.
always right.
Yeah, everyone speak up. I think Baja, she was trying to make sure she doesn't take over your campaign.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
So help her out and talk. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
She's trying to be a good guest.
No, I mean I like the idea. I'm fine with that.
So which one are you choosing?
Middle path.
All right. Everybody good with middle path?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we will be until we start dying terribly. But until then,
Till then.
Okay. So you follow this forward about 60 feet. And then there is like a 50-foot what seems the tunnel, but you realize hallway that goes straight up. And then looks like it goes into there's a door up there at the top, at the end of what would be the hallway, but in this is up 50 feet on a ceiling, basically, from your perspective.
Before we decide to go in there, I'm gonna cure Garthax for another 11.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm almost full. I'm good enough to proceed.
Okay.
so we're trying to get up a ceiling now.
Then I'm gonna channel divinity to get that spell slot back.
Nice. I say, Baja, so I guess two things. I think one, when you heal, you don't feel like anything weird. You look around, there doesn't seem to be any weird reaction. As you channel divinity, there's like the best I can describe this is there's this feeling of hesitancy from you trying to like grab this energy and borrow this energy from your goddess that you know so well, and it's weird. You kind of but eventually she relents, but her presence quickly leaves you after you've done so. So she did not want to send her energy to this place.
Okay. That's good to keep in mind. I'm not going to share that information, but that's good to keep in mind.
I know nothing.
It makes a little sense with what I know you guys were sent here to get a cure for.
The cure for blue Kool-Aid. powder.
Okay.
Now the hallway that goes straight up is is the walls smooth, or is it where we could attempt to climb up it?
The walls are very, very smooth. They're smooth like walls typically are. Same with the floor. It's just kind of, it was meant to be walked down, not climbed up.
Right.
Be free like a bird. I cast fly on Garthox. It is a touch spell that I can cast through my familiar. It's one of the 3 things I can do that with. So I'm just going to put it on him. So now he can
Right. The familiar
probably
grabs
ferry
you.
us.
Got that can fly.
All right, let's
I
go.
have seen a lot of weird things today.
You have many more.
All right. So yeah, Gothic. What do you do? You've got fly.
I will lift up off of the ground
Mhm.
and head in first, I guess.
All right, so you go up to the door and it is locked.
Okay. It's locked.
Do you have a rope?
Yeah.
I can try to unlock it, or
I
check
will-
for traps.
Hold on, and I will pull you up.
I guess you could have flew me up, but I didn't think
I'll
about
pull you
that.
Okay, so so I'm trying to get this picture in my brain. You're holding the rope and American is climbing up it.
No, I'm holding the rope. American is holding on to one end, and I'm pulling him up.
Okay, I gotcha. Fair enough. I think you can do this. It's tough, but you're able to do it. Yeah. You're kind of wiggling on this rope back and forth, American, and there's the doors in front of you.
Okay. So I just want to make sure it's not trapped.
Okay, make investigation check.
21.
21. There is with a 21, you see that there is a blast of the blue powder all along this door and the ridges, and it doesn't seem to be active now. You look and it looks like there's like little pieces of metal that would look like they would get triggered and push out puffs of air that would spread this.
Okay.
But it has already been triggered.
Okay. So,
and I think with that too, it's as though the best way to describe this is that what you notice are what look like the lines as though like a vacuum cleaner had gone through, how it kind of leads like when you clean up dust, like this very like fine pattern that's like weird. That's what looks like's been done here. So it's as though it's not a natural spread, even though it looks like it should have been. It has been like collected.
okay. And how big is the doorway we're at?
The doorway is like about 8 feet.
Okay. So I'm just going to got that. If we open this door, it's just the two of us here, and the rest down below us. I'm not sure what's on the other side, but if there's trouble, it's just you and me.
I'm here.
Let's
Who
unlock
said
the
that?
door.
Who said that?
Oh yeah, Greed is here.
Good. Well, there's 3 of us. I guess I'll try to unlock the door.
All right.
Is that what you said, do?
Yeah. Do your
Okay.
do your check.
All right. So that's a Dex.
Yep. Dex plus proficiency because you've got your thieves tools.
So Dex was 11, and then my proficiency bonus is a 3. I'm an expert in thieves
Yeah.
tools.
So you add double the
6, so
proficiency.
17. Is that right?
There you go. Yeah. Good ode expertise. Yeah. So you get in there, and you get the lock isn't too complicated. Like it's a high quality lock. But you get right away that the trap was meant to do that, and you kind of laugh at yourself because or to yourself, I should say, as you realize that there's 2 mechanisms here, one to the left and one to the right, as though you could turn a key left or right to open, and one side would set off the trap and the other would not. And you kind of figure out, like, I think there's this moment of pride where Americans like, oh, I would have known not to say, I would have done it this way, and there's no way I would have set this off. And versus whoever set this off, and you kind of and the door opens. Which do you choose, by the way? Do you go to the previously trapped position or the other one that would have been safe?
Probably the one that would have been safe.
Okay. And I'll say here, because I think I know the answer to this question. I'd imagine you'd want to make a stealth check right now.
Yeah, yes, absolutely, because I'm not sure what's on the other side of the door.
That's what I'm assuming. So yeah, go ahead.
13.
13. What's their passive? It's always funny when you always expect the rogues just to roll ridiculously high.
Yeah.
So you don't even like look things up. You're like, oh, they're going to get something stupid, and then you're like, oh no, they didn't. That's crazy. What's the stat again? Do it all the time. I'll get right there in a second. Yeah. Okay. You open this up, and what you see this room. I think actually the first thing you see is this bright shape at the center of it. You've faced this recently in the last day or two. You see this fire elemental.
Okay.
Right at the center. The big thing you notice about it is it looks more humanoid shaped, and it resembles in its shape. Interesting. Yeah. Well, Gothic, you're there. So you notice right away it resembles in its shape like the shape of a giant. Like it's got like the helmet.
Fire giant?
No, it's elemental. It's just the flames seem to be mimicking this shape.
Okay.
But it is you do notice that it is like holding on to the floor, lifting itself up a bit, like investigating, looking around. It doesn't notice you. It's lighting the room, and the most interesting thing you see is bolted along. Let's make sure I have this correct. Bolted along the walls that then kind of go to what you perceive as the ceiling, but would be just regular wall, are what look like automatons. you've seen automaton because you've recently been in contact with Father Red, and they're not identical to him, but they have that same look, very humanoid shaped, all unpowered. And as you go along this large room, at first you pick up, man, maybe there's 50, 60. And then as the flames go by, again, there's a bright flame coming from this thing. You look and you see at least at least space behind it. You realize, wait, it's not bolted to the wall; it's bolted on either side of openings, and there's another automaton, at least one behind it.
Okay. Dang, there's a lot. Okay.
And you don't know how far back that goes.
Right. It just kind of keeps going. Okay. I think the plan is to go back down and communicate this with the rest of the group.
Yeah, and just real quick, give me an insight check, one of you. Gothic, let's do you, because you haven't done. I mean, you've done something, but you haven't rolled too much. Let's have you roll this.
I have advantage.
Nice.
That will be a 19.
19. I think even it's so weird. This elemental, you fought elemental before and it was like foreign. This thing moves differently than elementals seem to do, and seems more like something that's not used to like its fire form. And it's searching, it's looking, it's investigating, it's not guarding. I think that's what you get from it. And then you see you close the door slowly. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'd say this is interesting because this is a heavy door. Give me a stealth check, because there's two things are going to happen. What I'll say is, American, you get that this door auto locks. So this is going to be a lot of stealth to keep it. And I can say, you can make those advantages. I'm assuming Gothic is helping you with some of the weights.
Okay.
But there's some finesse to make the lock come in silently if you're really trying to not get attention.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20. No noise, no dust, no grinding. Everything resets. And I'm assuming you two float down to the bottom.
Yeah. So
And
that,
by the way, the passageway where the stairs seemed scorched. So that just as a note. Go ahead.
so that the Gothic, that flame creature looked similar to the giants, just smaller.
Yeah, it sort of has this weird shape, and it seems like it's uncomfortable in it, almost like it's unnatural.
Well, having spent lots of time searching and investigating, the mannerisms it had resembled it was looking for something.
Yeah.
So perhaps this is what the giants were looking for.
Mm.
We could share with the group, see what everybody thinks.
Yeah, let's float back down and tell them. I'm not sure that this is what they were looking for, but I don't really know what they were looking for. I think that's like the biggest issue. That there's too many unknowns right now.
So, about how many of those automatons that we see? Automatons, whatever.
Automaton.
Yeah, thank you. It's late. It's hard to say that.
No worries. I would say you saw. It's hard to totally tell, but between 50 and 60 portals that at least had one behind them, and you don't know how far that would go back.
I'm just saying that's a small army. Could shift the balance in any kind of fight. So, just interesting.
That is a fair point. Would be more than enough to shift the balance. I will agree.
Maybe, I think let's share with the group and maybe we report that back to the folks on the other side of the rock.
Yeah, you know what? That may be it.
So as we float back down, we're going to share this with everybody else so that anybody else that has an idea that, from our description of what's going on, if there's something else somebody can think of or spurs a different idea.
So it was like half elemental, half giant.
I'll describe it as if it looked like a fire elemental in the form of a giant, just not as big as a giant. Would that be accurate, DM?
Yeah.
And the cat was manufactured. So is this like another manufacture? Are they like... There's transmutation magic. There's evocation magic. And there's conjuration magic in that other room.
Mm-hmm.
What concerns me is transmutation magic.
What I'll give you is that you realize the transmutation magic was on the dust.
Okay.
And you probably put together the evocation magic was what caused it to go in the patterns.
Right. Okay. But is this elemental half giant thing another creation? Like, are they looking to try to figure out how to create those?
From what I could tell, it was actually it was actually searching for something. So, I mean,
So is it?
It could have. It could have been. It could have been.
So is it something we think we can reason with, or no?
That one's outside my depth.
I don't know. Yeah. The last elemental thing we encountered, we could reason with. But I don't know that we can do the same.
This felt different.
Yeah. I don't know that it was necessarily intelligent. I know that it had a purpose.
Yeah, the cat had a purpose too, and it was to eat you.
Well, the last elementals we encountered were not like this.
Okay.
They were driven, but not in the same way.
Did you get the feeling that the elemental was almost like a conduit, that it was something searching through it to try to find something?
Yeah, maybe. I think that might actually be the best description.
sure wish Creed was around to tell us what he thought about this.
So they're Creed.
Where is
Sounds
Shauna?
familiar.
Where is Shauna? She's super smart.
If you could get me up there, I could take a look at it.
Can you hold on to the rope, or do we need to tie it around you?
I'll tie around myself just in case.
Yeah, tie around Ralph. I mean, yeah, if you want to take another look, it's going up there. Yeah, I'll give you the unlock automatically because you know what you're doing. So you still need someone to unlock it. So it would still be American to handle the unlocking mechanism. So you'd have to have the two of them up there. And then you'd have to, we would do stealth check to open the door again. And if you wanted to close the door after that, you know you'd have to kind of do that again. That's what's involved in this. So you just tell me how you want to accomplish this.
I'll do whichever anybody wants to do.
And it's Gothic who can fly.
How high up is this door?
50 feet.
Thank you.
I say we should all go up there and have Gothic just fly us each foot up one by one.
Yeah, I'm happy to take whoever needs to go up.
Let's go.
Are elementals considered humanoids?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I think as all of you decide to attempt this elevator strategy upwards towards this room, trying to figure out what's going on, maybe engaging this thing, we are going to end our session for this evening.
Good stuff.
Nobody died.
Hooray!
Well, the cat died. That's okay.
Well, the cat had it coming.
Yeah.
Do you have any words, Cat?
Wow.